was good? It's Eric Caps Moment Tattoos. Growing up, I used to draw everything. I used to draw anything I see. You know, I'd be in the kitchen table just drawing pots and pans and a cup of milk in front of me. And I love to draw. It takes me to a real comfortable place, you know. And when it came down to growing up, I never really took pride in my drawing, you know, because I'm running around. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. I put 30 years in Brooklyn before I moved to Virginia. And I wouldn't tell my peoples when I was younger about me drawing and stuff like that. You know, I was kind of embarrassed about it. Oh yeah, Eric is an artist. Like that. I didn't take no pride in it, you know. So I kept that and you know, as a hobby. But it wasn't until I had my back against the wall and I had no way that I could have seen to make any survival money, something to get me through the day. You know what I'm saying? And it was this one time I was stuck, right? I'm fighting the case. I'm on Rikers Island, and I know I'm not going home no time soon. So I wasn't getting no support. You know, when it comes down to me being incarcerated, there's no shots getting thrown to anyone. A lot of people don't understand the system. Like, you know, 90% of the people that do support other people that's in the system have went through the system. Because, you know, it's hard for you to understand what's really the love that's really needed, the support that's really needed. Like, you really have to go through it, you know what I'm saying, for you to understand and show love to other people that are going through it. You know, some people is just out of sight, out of mind. I'll see you when you get home type shit, and, you know, that's okay. I mean, it took me a long time for me to get to this level of understanding when it come down to, you know, not throwing blame and, you know, just being okay with people not understanding. So when I did see this dude, he was doing a tattoo on Rikers Island, but he was plucking. This was in 1998, and I was around 18, 19, some shit like that. And he's doing the plucking, and I didn't understand how it moved, how it worked, but all I knew was the drawing that he was tattooing was, oh, yo, that shit looked crazy. But homie had people lined up ready to get more work done, and I'm looking at his work and I'm like, yo, I know I could do better than this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the best at that time, but I know I could draw better than this. So, you know, I paid attention to how he was doing it, and, you know, I made my own shit. And so I snatched up one of my peoples I met in there, and, you know, like, yo, dog, let me hook you up with a tag. So son was like, I bet. So boom, I start, you know, plucking and doing a tattoo that way, and the joint came out official. Now everybody's coming at me like, yo, I want you to do mines and all that. So, you know, I started taxing them. Now I got me a little hustle going on, and I was, you know, okay, to the point where, you know, I had cigarettes, I had fucking pound cakes and munchies, chips and beef jerkies, and, you know what I'm saying, just survival shit. It wasn't until I got sentenced a year later that I went upstate, and now I had a few years to do. While I was on the island, it was a lot of talk about getting a motor to make your tattoo machine run like, you know, the ones that's, you know, out in the world. So, boom, went up there, got my machine, started lacing people up. I can't front. It was was trial and error, and it was a real good experience when it come down to my journey. Now, on my way home, I had about maybe 8 months left to go to my bed, and I had tattooed one of my peoples. He was getting 2 portraits done on his forearm, and I hooked it up, and he loved it. He was like, it was his son and his daughter, and he was open on it. And he had went home like 6 months, 8 months before I did, and we exchanged information because we used to break bread, we used to fucking eat together, and fucking, he was cool. So boom, when I came home, finally, that shit seemed like it was forever. But anyway, I came home, and I had a couple of ideas on what I was going to do to survive out here once I got out. But it just, I had to come home for me to really understand what the fuck I was going to do, right? So I came home, and now I'm scared. Scared to go outside, scared to fucking be around people. And because to me, I'm still an inmate. I'm still locked up. So when it came down to what I had to do, I still had some years of parole to do. So now I'm looking at finding a job. So I applied in this warehouse. I started working in there for a little while, and it just wasn't adding up with the hours and the time and stuff like that, with me having curfew, me not having any real comfortable place to stay. Like when it came down to the transition from going from prison to the world, it wasn't easy. Like it wasn't really the support there, but anyway, I went to my grandmother's house one day. It was the same week that I came home. My grandmother, God rest her soul, Louise Johnson. Anyway, she told me, she said, Eric, there's someone that was calling this week, and he sounded respectable, and he was, he left his number, and he wanted you to call him. And so I was like, all right, bet. I hit him up. Guess who it was? My man, dude that I did the tat on and shit. The last one that I did the tattoos on. So he's like, yo, I'm glad you home. You know what I'm saying? We got to link up. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I bet. He was like, yo, let's go to Manhattan. So he gave me the address. Boom, I shot over there. So we linked up, and he's like, yo, we finally home. You know what I'm saying? Yo, we got to keep, the focus out here. We got to, don't get caught back up. We only one mistake away from getting back up in that bitch. We ain't trying to go that route. You know what I mean? He's like, come with me real quick. So I'm like, I bet. Boom. He took me to the store, and we went upstairs, and it's called Unimax Tattoo Supply on Canal Street. So I'm up in there, and it's like I'm in Toys R Us for a tattoo artist. This is in 2003, and it's so much equipment, everything that you would need, right? So he went to the front desk, and he's like, yeah, let me get the whole kit. And they was like, yo, it's $1,000. He gave me the $1,000. He was like, yo, this is for you, dog. You're gonna be all right. He said, just don't stop. Just don't stop. He's like, yo, this is your ticket to stay home. You know what I'm saying? He's like, don't stop. And I'm like this. Yo, it's crazy. So I got the equipment. We parted ways right after that. He was like, yo, I wish you the best. You know what I'm saying? And, just keep going. And do you know I never seen him again after that to this day? But I do hope that he does see this video. And I want to say thank you. I really want you to know that from the journey from where I was at to where I am now, I don't know where the fuck I would have been. Because to save up $1,000 to get the equipment that I need to keep pushing, it was a long journey. I done worked in a number of tattoo shops in Manhattan, the Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, Jersey. Like, I had my numbers of tattoo shops where I worked in, you know what I'm saying? And for me to get to where I'm at now is, I give him that credit. Like, he really looked out. It was like I met an angel in a dark place, and I can't let homie down, and so I can't let myself down. You feel me? And this is why I feel like I have to give back to people that think that there's no options, that they need that help, they need that guidance, you know what I'm saying, to move in that right direction to get the things that they deserve. You feel me? Because we all bosses. Even if we working in somebody else's shop, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's just a stepping stone to get to where you trying to really go. But you know, it wasn't until I came to Virginia, you know what I'm saying, I'm transitioning from one state to the next, and I'm like this, all right, I'm just gonna work in another tattoo shop, you know what I'm saying? That wasn't nothing to me. I was used to it. So I went into a couple of shops and shit, and you know, as a customer, because I wanted to fill out their vibe, and it just gave me a funny vibe, like I wasn't wanted there. And then, you know, I'm looking online and I can't see no dark skin tattoos. It was hard for me to find who was doing dark skin tattoos because nobody was promoting them. And this was in 2008 when I moved down here. And so I just refused to work in them. I just refused to even let them know I was doing tattoos, that I was a licensed tattoo artist coming from New York, and I was just trying to work in a tattoo shop. So when it came down to me, I walked into a couple of the tattoo shops. I won't name them because, you know, I ain't on that type of time, but I just know that this shit needed a balance out here. It needed a change, you know what I'm saying? And when it come down to what kind of change that I'm trying to play the part in, and it is helping other black tattoo artists open up their own joints, help them get licensed, that way they can open up their own joints. Because one thing that is that's a fact is that we wear tattoos and make them shits look dope. You know what I'm saying? Black and brown skin tattoos are official. You feel me? I don't understand why nobody's promoting them at that time. You know what I'm saying? And the way I seen it is, there wasn't no black-owned tattoo shops out here in Virginia. I didn't see any. I didn't find any. It wasn't none to be, you know, screaming, yeah, this is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here. You know, all skin tones is welcome. You know, I'm not just trying to promote mines. I'm going to promote all skin tones, because tattoos is a tattoo. What kind of tattoo artist is a professional but only knows how to paint on white walls? You halfway there, you know what I'm saying? But if you not knowing how to paint on different contrasts, then what the fuck is you know? Anyway, I just see that the change and the balance is needed, where if there was more black-owned tattoo shops out here in Virginia, that would give the 18-year-old more of a comfortable experience going into a tattoo shop. Because one, if there was more black tattoo shops in Virginia, if someone that is black and brown would walk into a tattoo shop, they would get treated with a normal experience, the same experience anyone else would get getting a tattoo. But if you go into a tattoo shop where, you know, it's more of a race thing, your experience ain't gonna be what it's supposed to be, you know, because they basically don't want to do your shit anyway. So when it comes down to the balance, the ones that really wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, move with us, it would be, damn, they didn't have to come here. There's so many black-owned tattoo shops, but they decided to come into mine. I respect that and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the difference that I'm looking for. It's just that simple, you know? Because we humans, like, it ain't nothing different because of your skin tone. We all fucking humans. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that. I never got it. You know, I read it in books. I didn't never realize it until, you know, I didn't never feel it. Like, feel it. And this is why I opened up my tattoo shop, because I refused to work in ones that wasn't moving normally. So that's why Capture Moment Tattoos is out here in Virginia. And I'm trying to help as many black and brown and white tattoo artists that understand and have a pure heart to get on top and continue on with their life and make moves. You know what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how my stories it took me there. But shout out to everybody, because you all bosses. I respect everybody. All right? Peace.